What's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your course of life. The choice is definitely yours on what you want to do with your life. You know what I'm saying? So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. So listen, this video is for all my healers out there. It's a lot of us finally coming to the plate and realizing who we are. And then it's also a lot of healers that are healing themselves and not really quite there to the punch. You know what I'm saying? But for the ones that know who they are and what they came here to do, listen, our natural instinct, because we feel very deeply and we can dang near process a person's emotions by just looking at them. Your automatic instinct would be to jump out of your boat that got a couple holes in it and jump into somebody else's boat to try to save them over yourself. Listen, you gonna crash out if you keep trying to do that. Sometimes you have to understand and realize that a person has to save themselves. A person has to be able to go through their karmic debt of their own to be able to figure out where they need to improve in life. You cannot be just jumping out your boat and hopping into somebody else's boat to save them every time, because you got to really think about it. If a person doesn't want to take the time to heal themselves, they are now going to make sure that you kill yourself in the process, trying to jump out and save them. They were looking for an anchor because they never had any intention of looking at themselves. They don't believe that they are the problem. They don't believe that it is them who causes some of the setbacks in their life. So their natural reaction is to blame it on someone else, you know? And at being a healer, your natural reaction is, okay, well, maybe if I jump into their boat, I can, you know what I'm saying, give them some good energy, feed into them, and hopefully get them to change their thought process. Listen, when you are a healer, it does not work like that. And I know from experience, you will crash out and burn the quickest way possible to the end route if you keep thinking that is how you are supposed to heal every time. Sometimes you are only supposed to process and feel what another person is feeling and let it go and do you. Because you got to understand, some people are solely looking for other people as anchors to blame their problems on, blame their issues on, steal all your energy, and to never ever think that they are the problem. Never ever think that it's them who causes their own karmic debt. Now, don't get me wrong, as healers, it is some people that actually will appreciate who you are and the good energy you bring into the room. And you will know, because their actions, how they treat you, their words, everything they say will paint a picture for you that you will know. You know what I'm saying? This person is really solely here for me and the knowledge and the game, and you feel me, and the wisdom and the energy that they can conserve. And then you have some people that will take your healing energy and just solely use it for themselves to power themselves up while you slowly die. They never have any intention of really changing or being there for you. You know what I'm saying? So for my healers that are now coming into a season where you're fully realizing who you are, you have to be very mindful and aware of that. Because if you're not, you will go down this hole so quick and so fast. And in your mind, you will think you're doing something good, but you're not understanding that these people intentionally steal people's energy to use it for themselves, but never to appreciate you. Never to, you know what I'm saying, thank you for, you know what I'm saying, giving them the boost they need to improve their lives. It will never come off like that. They will use you and use you and use you and use you and use you until they no longer want to have anything to do with you. And when they're done with you, you feel me? They push you off to the side and they go on about their life while you over there sitting there crashing and burning in a corner, feeling like life is over. You have to realize and become aware of the fact that everybody is not who you think they are. And the more you control who you are, the more you patch and repair the holes in your own boat, the more you will be able to see through what is really going on. Because some people are very good at trying to make you see that, you know what I'm saying, oh, it's going to be mutual, it's going to be an even exchange, pour into me, I'm going to pour into you. This is not that. So you got to be very aware and very mindful. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's hard work. It's draining. It will take a lot out of you. But it is a time and period now where the universe has called us to step to the plate, and it's nothing we can do. We can't go backwards. We can't change the direction. We can't make it seem like we just so fed up we don't want to do this. Every day you get up and you take on life head on, you're going to be faced with obstacles. You're going to be placed with setbacks, because a lot of the spiritual attack and who you were, and not being able to see your true value and letting people use you like a prune, those same ways of thinking, those same ways of acting, those same ways of doing can have control over your mind if you don't choose to outsmart it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you can get so far ahead in life that you don't have the option to turn back. You don't have the option to have pity on yourself. You don't have the option to think you're worthless. You don't have the option. You are either going to go hard or go home. And that's just what it is. But you have to be very mindful and understanding that it's a lot of people that are upset with who they are. And they can clearly see what you did and what it took to go from one place to another. They see that in you. And they will have this type of demeanor where they act to try to steal from you what they can and leave you in the dust. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to know. You know what I'm saying? We're now in a pivotal time in life where energy is very readable. But you first have to function on you. You first have to make sure your boat don't have no holes. You know what I'm saying? Get all your tools, fix it up, patch all your holes. You know what I'm saying? Get your paddles. Make sure it can get you from one side of the ocean to the other by yourself. So therefore, when you do get to the side of the ocean where people are going to try to, you know what I'm saying, use your battery source, you will know which ones to give it to and which ones to not. And it has nothing to do with your, you know what I'm saying, your kindness. It just has everything to do with you protecting yourself, so that you don't allow the people that don't intend on ever working on themselves to just drain you of your battery. Like the other side, that's their mission. And they're on a hunt right now for the people that they can drain and slowly kill off and make them go back to the people that they once were and make it even worse for them. You know what I'm saying? But again, a lot of us in life have faced crazy hard battles. So we're getting through this one, but it's not going to be easy. You have to have the brain power to speak to yourself, talk to yourself, and understand and know that those old thoughts, those old programming, those old ideas you had of yourself don't exist if you don't allow them to. You have the power and control over who you are, not anyone else. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you might patch a hole in your boat and the hole reopens. You patch that mug again. You know what I'm saying? Never, ever quit. Especially if you've gotten so far. Because that's what they want you to do. They want you to give up. They want you to quit. They want you to have this huge amount of empathy to where you neglect yourself and pour into them. While they never pour into you, they just drain your battery and walk off. and they go get their source of supply from someone else to fill their cup as soon as they take everything from you. Listen, it's real life out here. It's not fake. It's not a game. And they're on the hunt. They look for the ones that have the ability to love so hard. They get in this mode of possession and control. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you want to pull away and get your own boat get to going, you got to be careful, because them type of people, they love to feed off the people that pour into them with no intention of ever pouring into you. It could be a very dangerous game. That's why it's very important that healers, light workers, people that, you know what I'm saying, make people see the value in themselves and believe in them so they can believe in themselves. You have to be very careful and protect yourself first, because you will never want to crash out for someone else, because they can't realize their own pain, their own karmic debt, their own way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? The situations they put themselves in. You cannot give in. You have to push forward. And the more you work on yourself and push forward, you'll be able to tell solely by just looking at somebody who's trying to come in and use you versus the ones that you're really called to help. You will know. Your inner voice will tell you which direction to go. It will lead you and let you know, listen, that's what you're not going to do. You're not going to, you feel me, kill yourself off trying to save somebody else's boat when they can't even save their own boat. They have no materials to fix the holes. They're just riding in the boat in the water, and they're waiting for someone to come save them, to plug the holes that they have, that they can clearly fix themselves. They just don't want to. You know what I'm saying? So don't be a catalyst for someone else's pain. Don't neglect yourself in the process to try to hold somebody else afloat. Because when they're off, you feel me, with their boat all patched up and they don't got no leaks and yours is leaking, you think they're going to turn back around and help you fix your boat? No. They going to sail off into the sunset and find somebody with a bigger boat that they can hop on. Now they got a yacht while you over there got holes in your boat. And they drive past you and stick their tongue out like they don't even care. Don't crash out like that. Not for nobody. I don't care who it is. Do not give your energy to someone that just wants to use you. And it'll be easier to tell who those people are the more you protect your own energy and work on yourself. Don't fall for it. Don't feed into it. Don't, you feel me? Especially by someone that has time and time showed you over and over again that they are actually these people. They have no intention on trying to change. They are the most skilled ones at what they do, because they'll love bomb you and tell you all these sweet things to get you to alter, you know what I'm saying, your energy to so they can feed off. They like be almost dying, you know what I'm saying, to feed off of someone so that they can just be happy, because deep down inside they miserable. You know what I'm saying? So listen, if I could tell anybody anything, especially right now in this period of life, is just really control your energy and protect it as much as you can. If you know deep down inside the little girl that was once wounded is now getting to a space where, you know what I'm saying, she's happy, you're going to have to protect her at all costs. Because of the simple fact that you didn't protect her when she was younger, she got battered, torn, broken, and she grew into an adult who didn't know how to, you feel me, know the difference between who was using her and who was really there for her. So now that you're wise enough to know, you're going to have to protect her at all costs, because she's looking up to you. We all have that version inside ourselves. Just because we grow older and we age with every day, it is still a childlike you inside of you. That if they're not healed and they're broken, they don't know how to operate out of that space and having faith and believing. They're more so in, I'm broken, I gotta operate in survival mode, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, you know what I'm saying, just to get ahead in life. Not realizing it's a whole different system that can become to your knowledge if you understand that it is now your duty and your job to protect that little girl. Keep her locked up if you have to. Protect her at all costs. Be the police for her. Now that you have the tools to be able to protect her. You know what I'm saying? Listen, because a lot of people are in distress and going through it right now because their inner child is still damaged and broken, and it's calling out for help, and they're operating out of that survival broken child space, which is doing nothing but damaging the child inside of them. You have to be willing and understanding that you have to heal. And as you heal and process and change some of the things, your thoughts, your thinking, it take time. You know what I'm saying? But it's the wholeness and the fullness of loving yourself, knowing who you are, not allowing other people to suck you dry from your energy because they don't know who they are. And just because you have a big heart, you think you doing something right. And you are. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand, everybody is not for you. Everybody is just for the need of you. You know? Listen, it's is something that can be hard if you let it be hard. But when you become a healer and you know who you are and you know the type of energy you bring to any crowd, to any area, to any people, you have to do your best in protecting that. Because people that steal energy from people, they can sniff it out like a hound dog. They can see you, smell you from coming around the corner, and they're waiting to see how they can manipulate you and outsmart you to try to steal your energy. And they'll steal it all and do it. It's like a robbery. They'll steal it from you and do it moving. You'll never see them again. They just found a new person that they could steal their energy. You know what I'm saying? You got to be smart for yourself. Protect yourself. You ain't mean. You ain't rude. You know what I'm saying? You're not harming no one. They're going to talk about you because their supply is draining. They're getting weak. And when people get weak, they act out in emotion because they don't have the supply they need to keep thriving. And that's okay. But if you're protecting you and who you are, you're going to do it at all costs. You are going to be the police for you. Big facts. And don't care what nobody say. Because you don't want to end up that person that's broken and you know what I'm saying, and sick and evil and, you know what I'm saying, weak, and just can't feel like you can't go on by yourself. When you are alone, that person is an empty vessel. They have no idea who they are. And the only way they can survive is by letting someone come in and just fill their cup. You know what I'm saying? So listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you in the best possible way. To everybody out there who are healers and can feel deeply and intensely and are very sensitive to people's energy, you are not wrong if you protect it. So what if you hurt people? It is for the best interest of yourself. And when you are called to do what you're called to do, you will know. Because that voice will lead you in the direction you're supposed to go. Listen. Keep the faith. Keep working, keep building, keep doing what you're meant to do. Because only you know what that is. And don't let them come in and try to steal it from you, because they will. And they'll drain you at all costs. And you'll be feeling like an empty vessel. And just don't forget how hard we worked to try to get here. All them years you were suffering and wishing and hoping and praying on the way to be free from that bondage of your old life. You are now free, and don't let nobody steal it from you. Man, again, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.